Good afternoon, people. Welcome back to the Guna Tokes with me, Tokes. And there's been a big development in the battle for the title. Gonna get into that in a second, but you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. And huge news coming out of the press conference today with Pep Guardiola is that Ruben Diaz and Josko Gvardiol are out for an extended period of time, people. City are decimated now in defence. They've lost a lot of players. Ake can't really stay fit too much. And Ruben Diaz, he's injured his hamstring and he's going to be out for around 6 weeks, something like that. Gvardiol even longer. He probably might even be out till the end of the season with a broken leg. And City are probably going to have to jump into the transfer market to fix this one. This is the last thing that Manchester City wanted in this title chase with Arsenal. Do you get me? We're just getting our defence back together and they're just losing theirs. We actually managed to manage that time pretty well when we didn't have Gabriel, Saliba and all of that. We did drop a few points. It's to be expected. And now City find themselves in a very similar position. Gvardiol, for me, is basically their best defender. Ruben Diaz as well. They are two quality players that really, go a long way to shoring up that Manchester City defence. And the Manchester City defence has been a bit leaky, to be honest, despite having these guys playing for them. So losing both of them at this stage of the season, especially for that long, that's a big blow, for sure. What are they going to do to fix that? Like I said, they're probably going to have to jump into the transfer market. They're already talking about going in for Guehi. I think that would be a great signing for them. He's only got 6 months left of his contract, right? He's a quality defender. He's not going to break the bank. He's going to be able to go straight in. He's Prem proven. And so if they really want to go out and get a replacement for this period, I think he's a bit of a no-brainer. A couple of clubs might be in for Guehi. Even like Real Madrid, Barcelona, he could go wherever he wants. But City obviously got a lot of pulling power with Pep and a lot of money and stuff like that. So, Guehi, it looks like that would just be a match made in heaven in terms of City. But I hope you don't go there. Like, I want to see how City manage this. Luckily for them, they just got Rodri back, but this is a big blow. And if you watch the press conference with Guardiola, my guy was not happy. I mean, he can be so, unpleasant in his interviews and so condescending and arrogant. And that's like part of your job is to do a press conference, and reacting like that to the press, I don't know, it's just a little bit passive aggressive. But that's Pep Guardiola for you. He's always like that. If Arteta really took that tone with the press, we'd never hear the end of it. But Guardiola's Guardiola, so he can do what he wants, I suppose. But make no mistake, this is a big blow for Manchester City. They've already recalled a guy from Watford, Max Alleyne. He's only 20 years old, but that's how desperate they are in defence that they've had to recall him from his loan spell at Watford to try and plug the gaps, right? Because they are down to the bare bones in the back. John Stones is a long-term absence as well, and so they are really under the cosh now when it comes to their defence. And like I said, they've been a little bit leaky this season, so missing those two players, it's going to be hard for them to maintain any level of consistency, especially with all these competitions coming back. It's not just trying to manage in the Premier League, it's managing in the Champions League. You've got the FA Cup kicking off, and you've got the Carabao Cup semi-finals as well. They start, next week? We're playing Chelsea, so City must be, having their game. So it is really good news. Let's not make any mistakes about it. This is a huge boost for Arsenal in this title chase. Anything that weakens City is a good thing for us at the end of the day. So it's going to be interesting to see, can they overcome this? Can they manage these situations? Pep Guardiola was talking about, the mentality in the group or the passion or whatever is there. But, I mean, that can only go so far because, Arsenal have all of those things too. But still, when we were missing Saliba and Gabriel, you need a bit of substance along with that. It's not all just vibes and stuff like that. So, hey, I ain't gonna complain about the fact that they're missing Gvardiol and Diaz. That's great news if you're an Arsenal fan. I would never wish any player to be injured, but when they get injured, you have to, obviously, as a rival fan, you're gonna look at it and go, oh wow, well that kind of, works out a little bit well for us, and that kind of weakens City. So, hey, it's really good news. We've got the game against Liverpool. City have to play Brighton next, and Brighton are one of those teams that, they can be hit or miss. They're like, in mid-table. They can kind of beat anyone, but they can also kind of lose to anyone as well. They do get goals, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens in that game, because City are going to have to try and keep Brighton out, and Brighton are going to smell blood with the fact that City are missing so many defenders. So I think City, basically, attack is the best form of defense for City, so expect them to be going all guns blazing in their upcoming matches so that they can get the games won before, before they start conceding some goals or stuff. But make no mistake, this is a big blow for Manchester City. Gvardiol out, Diaz out, 6 weeks for Diaz, rest of the season for Gvardiol. And like I said before, for me, he's like their best defender. I rate him so highly. And them missing him, wow, big blow. Let's see how that, what that happens in the title race from that. Let's hope that City might flounder a little bit and Arsenal can take advantage. But let's see. Don't forget, Villa are also going to be looking at this as well and thinking, oh, we can steal a march on City. So interesting, exciting times, especially if you're an Arsenal fan. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. I'll see you next time. Hey, take it easy. Peace. Bye.